Kehila News Week Report. Israel continued the gradual process of reopening its economy this week. However, not everything has gone smoothly. Yerushalayim's outdoor market was forced to remain closed this week. Police and market owners clashed during a protest when shop owners demanded the right to open up. One shop owner was arrested. Many chains decided to remain closed this week despite being allowed to reopen. Around 200 of the country's biggest retailers demanded to be reimbursed by the government for income lost during the coronavirus shutdown, and these stores remain closed in protest. Benny Gantz and Benjamin Netanyahu inched closer to implementing a government for the first time in almost a year and a half. The deal they approved together still needs to pass through the Knesset, and it survived its first reading on Thursday. Times of Israel's writer Haviv Reti Gul explains that in order for the agreement signed by Gantz and Netanyahu to be complete, it must alter Israel's constitutional system in fundamental ways. Gul writes, 6 petitions against the new laws were filed in the High Court last week. The courts also need to make a determination about an indicted Netanyahu returning to the Prime Minister's chair. Regarding these issues, Attorney General Avichai Mandelblit announced on Thursday that Netanyahu can form the government despite facing a pending indictment. The 11-panel bench of the High Court will make a final decision next week. He also said that regarding the legal question of the specifics of the deal itself, the High Court should let the new government form and probe specifics afterwards. So it appears that the government formation is proceeding, and next week we should find out if the government will finally form or not. Netanyahu announced this week that the aspects of the peace plan released by the Trump administration that deal with annexation of territory in the West Bank by Israel will be fulfilled within months. Meanwhile, presidential candidate Joe Biden announced that he would not move the U.S. Embassy from Yerushalayim if elected, but also emphasized the importance of advancing the prospects of 2 states for 2 people. For Memorial Day, Yom HaZikaron on Tuesday, Israelis remembered those fallen in wars and by terrorism, but did so with cemeteries closed due to the coronavirus. Wednesday was Yom Ha'atzmaut, Independence Day, and it was celebrated this year under complete lockdown. The Israeli Air Force did put on an air show, as is customary, dedicating it this year to the doctors and nurses in Israel. And that's your week report. This is Kehila News. To get notified each week of new videos examining news in Israel from a Messianic, Jewish, and Christian perspective, please subscribe and then hit the bell to get notifications. This is Kehila News.